Okay, people, welcome back to another Fwoosh Weekly. As always, I'm Robo, and there's way too much stuff to talk about today, so there's no time for chit-chat. I don't know what to do here. So we're going to talk about some of this, talk about some of this, 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 some of that. Too much to list out. First up, Super 7 came along and announced that they were still tweaking on their Masters of the Universe Classics Filmation and Grayskull line. Grayskull? Are those the two separate lines? I guess they received some production samples. They weren't happy with them. Teela's face needed some repainting to it. Imp's face needed a redeco. Triclops' head is sitting too high still. They want to drop it down. And then most of all, on all the figures, they've changed the crotch widths. You know, the widths of the crotch. I can see what they were going for on the production samples. Apparently, they're just gapped crotches. There's no way to get through this without giggling and laughing. But it did make the legs seem far apart. So I appreciate the eye for fine detail here. They're actually going back and fixing their stuff. They're not just releasing it and going, hey, y'all deal with it. Plus, who doesn't love pictures of just widespread action figure crotches? The Medicom, MAFEX, Justice League Cyborg, and Tactical Suit Batman went up for pre-order this week. I'm still waiting to see the movie before I get too far into this line. Hot and heavy, because there's a lot of figures. Cyborg's looking pretty cool, if not a little bit thin, if not a little bit skeletal. I don't know if he looks like this exactly in the movie, but just going off this figure, yeah, I don't know. Plus the angry head looks super old with the bags under the eye. But Tactical Suit Batman, doing something for me. I don't know if it's the, 70s goggles or the contrasting colors all over the body or just the look of the uniform itself, but there is something very tempting about this figure. And if I don't go whole hog with either the Figuarts line or the MAFEX line, I may end up with Justice Batman. Justice Batman. Now, if you watched this week's Figure Fodder, you saw that I reviewed the McFarlane Toys construction set for the evil Rick and Morty. It's not perfect, you know what I mean? There's some loose pieces here and there. The figures look kind of blocky, but I'm in for the line. It looks cool. I like having little dioramas all over the place. But a new addition to that line has been announced, and that's the You Shall Call Me Snowball set. It's Snowball in the Exo armor, Summer in her bedroom. It's another piece to the dioramas. So, yeah. Pretty cool. This will run you $20 like the rest of the sets in this size, and will be hitting in January. Now, I probably should have put this after the MAFEX Justice League, but I'm a slave to my list, apparently. But it looks like Medicom got production samples of the SpiderMan Homecoming Spider-Man and wanted to show it off a little bit. Now, this is looking great. It's looking proportional. I like the colors on it. I like the sculpt. I like the two head sculpts for the mask. You have the eyes open, the eyes closed. Even the Tom Holland head is looking pretty great here. They show off the accessories, lots of hands, lots of webs. Apparently the web can go up and stick to a stand. They showed magnetic hands and feet, and it's actually alternate feet and hands that come with the magnets. That's a spiffy little detail that either I forgot about or it wasn't originally solicited like that. They're showing off how good the articulation works. He can cross his arms, and do the double shoot off the other sides. Then he can crouch down, he can get down, but if you look close at these pictures, it starts to get a little bit worrisome. His head's not looking exactly forward. I'm afraid the head won't go back. He can't look up as much as he should. But that's definitely not stopping me from keeping my pre-order. I've got to know, I've got to have it in hand, I've got to see how it is. And I think that's dropping in November, or it should be very, very soon. Now, speaking of production samples, it looks like Bandai has posted new pictures of their SH Figuarts The Dark Knight Batpod, or The Dark Knight Rises Batpod, whichever. And it especially shows off the twisting, bending function of the Batpod. This thing moves around any which way you want to go. Looks like the rear wheel swivels side to side. The whole bike itself swivels up and down at the front wheel, and then the front tire also turns side to side. So you can, just go up the wall, come back down the wall, land back on the tires, take off. You can do that sharp turn that Batman does. I say this like you're actually driving it, but you have an action figure on it. You're posing it for pictures. You know what I mean. Now, this is a SolarWeb exclusive, and it went up for sale earlier this week. Diamond Select Toys has shown pictures of their Kingdom Hearts figures. Both of them are a 3-pack. One of them contains Sora, Dusk, and a soldier. And the other contains Mickey, Axel, and Shadow. Now, I've actually seen the singles for Sora and Mickey at Walgreens recently, and I thought, oh, that looks interesting, especially the Sora. It looks like it's full of articulation, but I didn't pick it up because I don't know much about Kingdom Hearts. Mickey did look good. Sora did look good, but I just don't know enough about the characters. And you know me, I already have too many toys. I can't be buying any more lines. But Diamond did say that the 3-packs will be available next Wednesday. Keeping with Disney for a moment, here's a little teaser on the Disney store for articulated Infinity figures. They say it contains Pixar, Marvel, and Star Wars characters, and they'll be available next Friday, November the 3rd. Now, I just essentially read out loud what this picture shows right here. It probably would have been quicker to just look at the picture and then me not say a word about it. Oh yeah. Right as I went to shoot this, our friends over at Yak Face posted this picture. Now, the teaser picture, it has the First Order Stormtrooper, it has Rey. In this picture from what I'm assuming is MCM London, you see Kylo Ren and Rey, and I don't know, I may be very, very tempted by these. It depends on price, of course, but I bought the Infinity thing just, you know, to have little figures and to play the game a little bit, but then I realized the game is just grinding and grinding and grinding. It's just the same thing over and over. But the little figures were cool. It'll be interesting to see how deep they go with this, because I'm down for any line that, you know, can stylistically give me characters from different properties that fit together. You know, I'm not talking about Funko. On the Bandai Figuarts Standard front for Dragon Ball, they have solicited both Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan Goku and Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan Vegeta, or Super Saiyan Blue for both of them. Now, we've already seen the Super Saiyan Blue. Now, we've already seen the Super Saiyan Blue. Now, we've already seen the Super Saiyan Blue Goku in the States. It wasn't an exclusive, but it was just a weird release because they didn't release it overseas. Now we know why. I don't know what the difference between the two sets are. It's just getting an overseas release now with Vegeta. And both are looking good, but they're both just the model kits we already have with different colored hair. This is the 3rd or 4th time we've seen the Goku, and then the 2nd time we've seen the Vegeta. I would have liked to have seen a little bit of difference here. I know the Goku is pretty much the same all through the series in the costume, but I would have liked to have seen Vegeta in his black armor uniform. You know, I know the hips are different, it's got that extra skirt piece, there may be some little differences here and there, but just to make it a little bit more different. I do like the blue for some reason. I know I said I was going to pick up the US kit, but I'm kind of glad I waited, because now I can get both kits and they'll go together, and I'll just have a bunch of matching Gokus and Vegetas going down my shelf now. Now, each set costs $20 and they release in November. That's the good thing about the model kit line. They just say, hey, here's this, and here it is. But to keep on that for just a second, they do have a teaser for Broly. Now, this will be a big honkin' model kit. It doesn't say any kind of release information. It hasn't been solicited yet, but look at this thing. Holy shit. Keeping with Dragon Ball, Bandai America has solicited the next 2 series for their Dragon Stars line. That would be Wave 3 and 4, or Wave C and D, however the stores want to, you know, list it out. But Series 1 is Super Saiyan Blue Goku, Super Saiyan Anger Trunks, and then Hit. I have watched a little bit of Super. I skipped a whole hell of a lot of storyline to catch it on Cartoon Network lately, but I know who Hit is. But I don't know where this arc that these figures are based on falls in the grand scheme of things. And then Series 4 is Super Saiyan Rose Goku Black, Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta, and Zamasu. And then the Build-A-Figure for both waves is Merged Zamasu. Again, I don't know who Zamasu is. Am I saying Zamasu right? I don't know. I bet you let me know though, huh? But I did take a look at the Frieza from this line, and it's not bad. It's not great, but it's not bad. And it made me go out and pick up Beerus. I'm just after those characters that aren't going to be offered in the model kit line. I know the Figuarts line is getting a little bit more expansive, but I want to stick with the model kit line. Now, these run about $20 to $25 a piece, and Series 3 will be in March, Series 4 will be in April. And then finally, just today at MCM London, Hasbro did reveal the rest of the Marvel Legends Black Panther wave. And just about an hour ago, they sent out the promotional shots for those of us who can't be in London. And we already knew the wave contained, well, of course, Black Panther, but we hadn't seen actual promotional shots yet. And then Namor, Black Bolt, and Iron Man. I don't know why I can't remember those 3 guys just right off the top of my head. Today they revealed the actual promotional shots for Black Panther himself. He has the forward and back butterfly joints. Love those things. Black Panther's looking pretty sweet. I think I'm liking this figure more than the first one we got, I think from Civil War. Killmonger was also revealed. Yes, I know, it's just Black Panther in a different costume with gold, you know, but it's comic book villains. They try to, you know, opposites. while the same but opposite. And plus in the comics, at least what I remember of Killmonger, he was in the Black Panther, and in fact he had taken the mantle of Black Panther from T'Challa. Except he had the gold necklace, he had the gold around here and here and here, here. So, yeah. And then the last figure in the wave is Nakia. I'm always down for more females in the line, and I'm sure I'll feel more of an attachment after I see the movie. It's like getting the Valkyrie set before I actually see the Thor movie. It's a cool figure, I like the look of it, but I'll get more attached to it once I see the movie and see the character in action. But they went with the Build-A-Figure, and it's another female, which Hasbro stepping out there, you know, at 2 females in one line and making one a Build-A-Figure. We haven't seen that since Jubilee, I believe. But the Build-A-Figure is Okoye. Again, I don't know who the character is until we get to the movie. Before anybody pulls the race card on me like they did last time, I just haven't read any modern comic books. And I avoid spoilers for movies that I'm excited about seeing. Yeah, so I don't know a character until I actually know about the character. Save it, or take it somewhere else. The comment section here ain't for that. So yeah, there you go. A whole lot of news this week. Well, yeah, I did one of these last Friday. So just in the span of a week, just a shitload of news. Loving it though. Good Lord, so much stuff. I can't even keep track. But if you like this Fwoosh Weekly, comment, like, subscribe, and I'll catch you on the Fwoosh.